Ji'Ayir Brown, he's having a good season. He looked like he was benched, and he had to work his way back up from the bottom. He was special teams, and then they gave him a look at, big nickel. He was pretty good at that position, and now he's the ball hawk they needed him to be, the ball hawk he was supposed to be. At least he was in his last game. Do you think the Niners should extend him? Do you think he's a candidate to get a second contract with this team against all
Uh,
odds?
I really like this guy. I really do. I like this guy. Now, we're always, we're always quick to kind of react and instantly grade. And a lot of times it takes a little time. This guy had 10 interceptions his last 2 years at in Happy Valley. I think he's I think he's a hardworking football player. I think he's a tough football player. I think he's just kind of coming into his own. You can tell he wasn't taught great coverage. He's better in the box than he is in coverage. I don't know if he's a star player, but I think he's a better player than Niner fans right now think he is.
He's interesting because he's had 3 coordinators in 3 years, and he
Right.
played pretty well under Steve Wilkes. He was pretty horrendous under Nick Sorensen, and now he's improving rapidly under Robert Saleh. It's possible that having 3 coordinators in 3 years affected him, and that it's hard to play well for Nick Sorensen, and now that Robert Saleh's back, maybe it's no surprise that he's had such a rapid ascension. Maybe if he could stick with Robert Saleh for a while, he would turn into a really good safety. I mean, if he's the kind of guy who doesn't really have speed and needs to work on instinct, then the longer he's in one system, the better.
It's kind of like, I mean, it's like showing up on time. One thing I loved about Hafanga is that even though he ran a slow 40 for the stopwatch, man, he was so fast on time, and he was always on time, and he showed up right at the ball at perfect timing. And Brown's coverage at times this year has just been super soft. He's 4 or 5 yards behind it, but he's starting to play faster. He's starting to see it more. You heard Robert Saleh made an interesting point today. He's playing football, not fitball. And
Mm.
what he meant by that, it was just like, he's just playing the game and reading and just thinking as he sees it and trusting his eyes. He's not sitting there going, if you're thinking too much, you just can't play. You're just always going to be a step behind. He looks like a guy that has thought too much, and now he's speeded up because he knows the game better. So he's never a burner. He's not a 4-4 guy. He's a 4-6 guy, but he's strong. He's athletic. He loves to play football. I like this guy. I wouldn't sign him to a big money extension, but I absolutely want to keep him. I think he's a culture player. I really do.
I think he's a similar style of safety as Talanoa Hufanga, and when you have a safety like that who objectively is on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to speed, and you want him to be good, you need a coordinator who really empowers them to play on instinct. If you're just asking them to sort of execute their assignments like a robot, then they're gonna do it slowly. They need to be a step ahead, and I don't know if Nick Sorensen really empowered Ji'Ayir Brown like that, but it seems like Saleh is, and Wilkes did, and he's responding to the challenge in a major way. So shout out to Ji'Ayir Brown.